Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Squirt.
Squirt who?
Squirt is P, you dumb rednecks.
Right about now, you are listening to the incredible
And Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, who kindly remind you that squirt is P. Knock, knock. Who's there? Squirt. Squirt who? Squirt is P, you dumb rednecks.
Right about now, you are listening to the incredible.
A mediocre time with Tom and Dan, who kindly remind you that squirt is P.
All right, that's a good. That was a good. Turn down our synth wave here. What up, everybody? Oh, damn it! Messed my camera up. Messed my camera up. All right, let's get rid of that. Hello, Joe.
Hello.
How are ya?
So good.
All right, let me put everything on here. Let me fix your camera. We have new cameras, Joe, so you're going to be in 4K today.
What's up?
You look
4K.
great. 4K.
Thanks. You see all the pores. Are we wearing cans? Do we
If you don't need them, if you don't want
I
them.
don't need them. They do weird things to the hair.
Yeah, you're fine. You know what? With ladies, I almost kind of like accept. I don't know if you've noticed this. For men, I'll set the headphones out. For ladies, I don't set them out.
Yeah.
I don't set them out. It is kind of a guy. Is that thing being limpy again? Okay, you got to take it way high.
Yeah.
We have a fix for that. I just haven't done it yet. Now stop. There you go. And then now turn it in. And then you're good.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and as long as you're about an inch off, you'll be fine. And it looks good
That's
too.
perfect.
Yep.
Thank
and it
you.
looks okay, that looks great. Let me fix this camera here. Well, welcome everybody. 4K, 60 frames per second, vibrating butt plugs today, baby. That was a quote from Ghost of Manu Bull. He blended Fairvilla with Bob Zaney.
I like it. Creative.
Who we rescheduled for today because Tom told me, and I don't. Is it allowed for me to share this? Tom told me
I don't know what you're
Tom told me under no circumstances do we ever skip a Bob Zaney appearance. And as soon as yesterday we were supposed to have him on, and Tom says, reschedule that, you piece of shit. That's what he said to me. He's like, you get that, we got to get that guy on. All right. He never said that. I think Tom secretly hates Bob Zaney, but he'll never say that. He'll never articulate
Let's
that.
talk MILFs.
All right.
Such an honor.
Ready?
I just question if people like it. I don't hate it. Because I don't. My personal opinion, this is what. Okay, hold on. Before we get into
It's a
it,
good
Joe,
warm.
it's
Let's
a
do a
good
little
warm-up.
warm up.
I used to be so.
I like jumping right in.
I back in the day, Joe, I used to be so bothered by a higher up at let's just say the giant mega media corporation I used to work for.
Yeah.
And because
We
there,
have mega medias in common.
yeah. And then there was a higher up.
She
that,
knows of the corp you're
The
referencing.
things.
Yeah,
Arr.
she knows what you're talking about.
that didn't. I would say.
I thought you were
Didn't
an idiot.
didn't appreciate my entertainment, right?
That's fair.
And
We're not everybody's flavor all the time.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't care. Yeah,
Right?
it didn't bother me.
I don't think I'm anybody's flavor sometimes.
But
Somebody's ketchup you are.
she would make the argument of like, now she could
Is
easily
this the
just
Billy
take
Crystal?
me off.
Is this Billy Crystal?
No. But she could easily just took me off the air, which she never did. But she would say like, "Oh,
Because
he's
she liked
bad."
money. Because she liked money.
But I was like, well, your subjective opinion about my entertainment is irrelevant because your demographic is outside of what we're shooting for.
Right.
By the company that you're the
So
higher up.
you're grading me with a metric that doesn't matter, ma'am.
Yeah. In fact,
Your ruler don't fit here.
Yeah, that's a more Florida way of saying it, Joe. I like that.
In fact, you should have thought
Pretty
like
good.
the fact that I hate it, like an older woman, should tell you
Should
that
vet
it's good.
You're vetting it for people that matter.
Because our demographic we're shooting for is men. So you should, if you liked it, you should have been like, that would be a problem. Because it's not
I
your demographic.
question my mindset.
Because you're skewing. Because you're skewing as a young man.
Or just a man.
I enjoy your show.
He's losing
What
me
is
on
that?
why he's explaining this or why he felt the need that he needed to prop this
It's
up.
so
but-
fun to walk
Yeah.
with
How
him,
can
though.
it be?
He
His
said-
journeys are
he-
like
I
Willy
did a-
Wonka.
Did you notice I did a little jokey poo? He went into like a full-blown diatribe, standing on business that didn't need to. I was making a joke, and somehow we wandered down. He's like, and that's the justification for my intelligence in business. Thank
No,
you
it's not
and good day. Cory Booker over here. He's doing 24 hours on the floor of the Senate.
Well, and that was that. Now we've been here for each other. This was a moment you need to get
Oh, I'm always
out.
there for him.
You know,
I'm ride or die with
a
this
bunch
guy.
of radio folks.
I'm
feeling
ride or
each
die with this
other.
guy. Just
I was
don't
like-
always know what he's doing,
I was
and he
like,
doesn't always know what I'm
Isn't
doing.
it good you don't like me? But that's what I'm trying to say. Because you are outside of the demographic we're shooting for.
Right.
But can we talk about all the people that do? Because I was at your pool party and it was so fun.
Okay, let's
it
start
was
with
fun.
that. We'll start with
So fun.
We'll do a little pool partying.
Yeah.
Because we're
Pool
not recording
partying.
it, and then
We
we'll
don't
dip
talk-
into MILFs, and then we'll start, and then we'll
I'm
talk.
talking Mother's Day,
not-
MILFs. I got this whole theory
I
on
was.
MILFs.
I just want you to know I was diving in to help you. I was like, hey, we're wherever we're at, but we're gonna.
Yeah.
No,
It scared us.
There's always room on my
Yeah.
lifeboat.
No.
I feel like we just had he just had a hallucination and almost killed us with a sword or
I
something.
thought we had a moment.
We held him down, and he's like, and we're like, Tom. He's like, I'm back.
No one can help me, Joe. I've realized that a long time ago.
All right, I can start this one. What is this? So I know where to put it. Is this
So good.
This is Wednesday 2, I believe. Yeah.
Wednesday 2, and we needed.
It's open ended.
Okay, great.
Yeah. But we'll stick around 20 to 25.
All right, here we go. And 3, 2.
I didn't even check the hair. We're just rolling.
Oh, what happened?
What? I didn't know what you were doing. Why are you talking? I'm starting.
I was gonna.
Yeah,
Sorry,
okay.
Joe. There you go.
You're scaring me. Everybody's crazy today. All right, I'm starting this one. All right, here we go. 3, 2. Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
Joe is here from Fairville, New Mexico.
Hey!
How you doing, Joe?
Hola, peeps.
It's very good to see you. Did you get new glasses?
Me too. I didn't, but you've never seen me without cans on. I think it's a hair situation.
Okay, looks good. I like. You know what? From now on, when ladies come in, if they have their hair like, in a way that, because, my wife will come in, sometimes it's up and it doesn't really matter. I get it. Not to say that she's not beautiful. God, you got to preface so much these days. But I feel like women, no cans anymore. We don't run headphones on the ladies. Is that sexist? Am I allowed to say that?
Should we get some new school podcasting earbuds?
I hate
those. I really
Well,
that's
hate
gross.
It's a thing.
I hate the buds.
I'm feeling like I'm going to invest in some travel buds because
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time in front of mics with fellas just like yourself.
Yeah.
And the cans are kind of
You
goofy.
were great on Swain's show.
Thanks for
Or
that.
is it? I don't know whose show it is.
Yeah,
I just,
no, Sanford Sit Down.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
doing it again in a
you
week.
did a
at the
great job.
Sullivan.
You did a very good job.
Thanks.
And I like that guy. We've known Swain, our DJ Swain, for I don't know. I feel like I've always known him in Orlando, and he did a very nice. That's a good little show.
I'm so proud of him. So,
Very cool.
Joe, thanks for coming out and sponsoring our BDM Appreciation event. It
I'll
was a
throw
great
a heck
time.
of a party too, though. Thank
You
you.
brought party favors. You brought friends of the show, people.
Weenie ring toss.
Penis toss?
Yeah, you can say penis toss. That's fine.
I was like,
Who won that? Who ended up winning?
everyone.
Okay.
Everyone.
So
won.
it's a play until you win. It's like the duck crane.
It's
we
a
talked about
tiered
yesterday.
situation. It was one. What do you call them things? The rings.
Rings.
One ring got one thing. 2 rings got another thing. 3 rings got the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw some pictures of some gentlemen playing it, and the first thing I thought is, I'm going to email this to your kids. Look what your dad did.
What was great was the girls that were coming over and like recording their videos with it.
Yeah.
Like, there was a
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah.
The girls that were on stage.
There were some non-media
that thing
girls
famous.
there.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the girls in the pool were insane. Yeah, the girls in the pool did not care. I would like to put in a ticket now for next year, possibly, when we do this again, I would like to have a vagina basketball.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, I want vagina basketball.
A vulva ball.
Yeah, vulva ball. Yeah.
It's a thing. We could do
Yeah,
stuff.
that's what I want. I'm gonna call it boom shakalaka. And we'll just have. I feel like we could get one. Those inflatable chairs that.
Oh, no, I'm into this.
There's chairs you take and you grab the wind with them and then you Velcro them up and then you
Yes.
sit them and they look like a vagina.
Yeah,
It's one of those, and we're just shooting basketballs.
Okay,
out.
Yeah.
but you'd have to dunk it, right? Because
You can do it any way you want it, baby.
Or we
the
could
gravity.
slime it, or we could.
Don't slime it, Joe. You know what? I'm this close to asking you to leave. Slime it? You said slime it, Joe? Now, first of all, when anyone comes in here,
Nickelodeon.
if anyone comes in here and says slime it, I want to hug them. I go, you fit in with our show. But you're not supposed to say that, Joe. You're not supposed to say slime it. That's for us to say.
I say things.
The
I
whole
can say things. I don't sit still.
Slime
I don't do
it.
what I'm told.
It's Mother's Day on Sunday.
Yeah.
Speaking of sliming it.
Yeah, you know what I like to do on Mother's Day?
And we're here for you. We're here to help you.
So if you're like me, you're in a last-minute rush to figure out something that's for you to buy, then therefore you can give. Well, this is.
Is that why you were a little off kilter when Joe got here? Because I saw you on your phone.
Okay.
You asked me a question. Then you immediately started going into like gift mode when we had like 2 minutes before Joe to get here, and you're standing there staring at your phone, like were you trying to Photoshop a photo on your phone?
I don't understand.
It's the benefit of technology.
Yeah, this guy's already had 9 freakouts today.
It's become you buy something for your wife for Mother's Day.
I don't have anything
now the
yet.
husband has to buy.
I have nothing yet. Today is the day. Me and Maisie, we're going out.
And it kind of ties into MILFs.
Kinda.
So let's talk MILFs.
Yeah, 3 things inspired this conversation, actually. First one was your party.
Yes.
There was a whole lot of Milk Patrol going on that night.
Yes.
I was so excited about it. It was fun to recognize, to watch, to see it in action, right? Number 2, my truck is in the shop, and I am driving a minivan.
Yeah, that makes you mad.
Which I'm allergic to, but it's giving me this whole new perspective. I'm having to look at the world from a new view, as if I had 4 kids in the back, and I'm trying to be sexy heading to Walmart.
It's all how you reframe it,
right?
It's a minivan to
So
some.
I'm
it's a bang bus to others.
There's a whole,
you know what I mean? It's all in how you look at it. Are you Dirty
It's a
Sanchez? Or are you Joe from Fairvilla? Who are you?
Well, and now, I mean, with the dog seat in the truck, or in the minivan.
I have a dog seat in my car, too.
So, yeah.
You know what? She's a real Florida person. Because we have dog chairs in our
It's
cars for
real.
our best friends.
Thank goodness, too.
Shout out Dansby Dennis.
The bang bus started with no back seat.
Yeah.
And then it seemed like they got pulled over and had to add a back seat.
Well, it went from a bang bus to a rape van. That's what happened.
Whoa, my
No,
God.
no.
Hold on a second. What is TJ Miller here? What's going on?
SVU, we're going into a TV show. SVU, the white van with nothing in the back, was cool in the 70s show. Remember, he had one.
Yeah.
And it was all soft and pillowed and cool
Then it
and
went
shaggy.
Rape Van, and
then it got weird. Yeah.
Then it came back
Then it came back around as a bang. Yeah.
And it became Bang Bus.
There we go.
I'm going to tell you when I turned on Bang Bus. When when they lost me is when all of the porn actresses, the adult actresses, signed the headliner. You lost me. It started looking gross. It started looking gross. The whole interior of the van started losing I was okay with it when it was just a clean rented white van, and I even liked it when they drop you off and throw the money out the window, drive away in your naked. I even supported that. And some would say I'm a monster.
But it lost its luster.
Some would say I'm a monster for supporting that. And Tom and I, we would. Those are the best ones.
And I'm weird for saying rape van.
Those are the best ones. When they would push her out, we knew it was fake.
Yeah, it's a theatrical performance.
It is a theatrical performance, no different than the performances that some people do online that are performative. You better than?
No, we discount them in our
I think they got a hate mail, and they stopped doing we can't leave the girl out and throw the money out the window anymore.
Like all girls gone wild situation.
Yeah, they only drove for like 3 seconds, then they stop the car, she runs back over, they're like, here, put your pants on.
It's a performance. She's a young actress.
It is a performance.
Anyway, sorry, Joe. Back to MILFs.
The minivan.
I feel
and
like
then Mother's Day was the third inspiration.
Oh,
okay.
Right, that was the third inspiration because we bring products in here a lot. We show you a lot of the fun stuff we have in the store, but do we really talk about what it means to be a MILF? And remember, a lot of what we do is education, so it's not just being one, but how do we approach one? What is that? What does that culture really look like? So I spent some time actually pulling stats and statistics. And do you know that most people think that the term came from a movie? Do y'all know what movie it was?
No, from American Pie.
Right?
From Stifler.
Except no. Apparently, it was termed in Berkeley years before that as a classified ad. Like when they put the ads in the paper.
Yeah, really?
MILF became a thing, and that's where American Pie picked it up.
Huh.
So it was actually a thing, and then American Pie kind of took it. This isn't like an old concept, and we're going to amplify this a little
Stifler's
bit.
mom clearly fit the bill, so there we were.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Is that Jennifer Coolidge?
Yes.
Yeah.
The chick that's doing the
Is that who did
commercials right now?
Yeah.
That lady
She's in
doesn't
White
age.
Lotus.
Right, yeah, she doesn't age.
Way to bring that up.
Yeah, I prefer a Black Lotus, but that's just what I'm into.
I'm thinking Legally Blonde, but he goes White
I'm just
Lotus.
into that right now. That's what I'm into. I go through phases. Sometimes I love Latina Lotus.
All right. So how would you guys define a MILF? Like, what would MILF mean to you?
I've been thinking about this, Joe, since I knew you were going to come in and talk about MILFs. And by the way...
all morning he's been on porno. All morning.
Which it is the #2 search term on Pornhub, by the way.
Yeah.
MILF.
Well,
Wow, #1, Jared from Subway.
Well, just
Weird.
by definition... Everyone's a MILF to someone. Think about that. You see what I'm saying?
I'm not a MILF.
Well, no. I mean, as far as
you can't say everyone.
Well, no, every pregnant lady. I guess you can't be, or every lady who has had a kid.
They might lose it. They might lose it. It's got to be out.
But therein defines it.
Baby's got to be out.
Is a MILF specifically someone who has children?
Well, it's the first word is mother.
Okay, you know what?
It's not mature.
To answer your question intellectually, like I think you want me to. No.
Right.
In the adult video space.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of
They do not.
non-moms.
It has nothing to do with children because again, that would be gross and weird because children have nothing to do with adult videos. It has everything to do with a woman who looks older but is still very attractive, maybe curvier, maybe bigger hips, maybe more nurturing.
Looks childbearing.
Or I would look at like a more regular
mature
looking non-porn star.
Girl next door.
Yeah, was that like just
non-porn star, like when we're doing the amateur stuff, like those are MILFs. That's where MILFs come from.
Okay.
I don't see a lot of. The only amateur MILFs I know would be Bareback Productions, and that's in Titusville up the road. I'm serious. I'm trying to answer this like a legit. You want a professional in here or not? What do you want, Joe?
Okay.
You come in here, you talk about sliming it up, and you don't want me to be professional now?
Somebody's got to play straight guy.
Okay, MILF.
You can age out.
I looked at Joe and I called you MILF.
He yelled it. He's like, MILF.
You know, I used to get that.
What if you put your hands out like Frankenstein and you said MILF and she couldn't be stopped? I'm like trying to pull you back. You pushed Joe out the window.
I don't know why I did that. I got embarrassed.
I got embarrassed.
I get that. That's why I travel with security.
It's like a fat baby yelling MILF.
So what would you consider the age range?
That's where I was going to go.
You can age out.
It goes into GILF.
Well,
I don't like GILFs. I don't like GILFs.
Hold on. We got you. There's a bridge there. Right?
Yeah, let's burn it down. I don't like GILF.
Yeah, so GILF could be a thing, but it's a thing, right? When we think about it, when it's looked at like online, it's drawing a different age range. So many people, the greatest of MILFs, graduate into cougardom. And cougardom allows you to be in a little bit of an older age bracket. You're still taking care of yourself. You're still hot. You're still chasing the tail.
Christy Canyon's
or
a
doing
cougar.
the things. Cougars
because she's out of MILF. Like she's one of my favorites. She made me a man, Christy Canyon. I mean, she's got to be in her 60s.
I feel like
but
MILF
she is still very hot.
MILF is pre-50s.
Yeah,
and so does that is a general opinion. That is a general.
What about 55? I think past 55, you're out of MILF.
Or having the kids out of the house. That also can kind of take you from MILF into cougardom like prematurely.
Yeah, you know what they say, empty nest. That's the best.
But I've seen them try to pawn off a 27-year-old as a MILF, and I'm like, no, what are you talking about?
That's Walmart hillbillies. They will take a younger.
That's a road hard.
Road hard. I wasn't gonna say it. I'm glad you did. They'll take a younger road hard, a Walmarty.
Yeah.
And then they'll try to frame it like, no, you've got so many miles on you. You're a MILF. That's what I was kind of saying earlier in a nicer way.
So in general buckets, and I'm not a huge fan of buckets, but
General Buckets was my general in the military. And he was weird.
In general buckets, MILF would be your 30 to 40, has children, right? And cougar would be your 50 to, I don't feel like I'll be a GILF. I don't really want to land in that area. Like I'd like to just work cougerness until we're like in our 80s.
To profile you? Can I profile you?
Oh,
you're
I'm
a MILF.
not scared.
You're a MILF.
Thanks so much.
You're not a GILF. Your hair's not gray enough.
If it was, though, would that automatically... Because my best friend has a silver mane that is gorgeous, and but there's no gilfing. There's cougarness all the places.
You know, the GILF, I kind of feel like... I don't feel like there's a lot of GILFs out there.
Does it feel negative? How's
it
that
does feel negative.
Right? It doesn't have this... Like, MILF is hot, but GILF is like... Huh?
Yeah,
GILF is
it
weird.
always is, isn't it? Because
now, maybe
grandma.
we haven't normalized it, right? Maybe that's on me. You know, right? A lot of new terms scare people.
We do a lot of aging education. Maybe that's something to look at. Maybe perhaps there is a GILF bias.
Right, but new
uncover.
terms for people are very scary. You know, like we need to normalize GILF. Let's have a GILF competition and find the hottest GILF.
So,
right?
I might be into it.
I also feel like MILFs also represent a more regular, everyday person, as opposed to like there's this porn actress, and I'm sorry, Joe. It's the
why are you sorry?
Oh, why are you apologizing to me? We probably have her movie.
This is on brand, man. This is on brand. You're nailing it.
I really appreciate the respect, but
because I feel like this.
Who are you talking about?
It's a blonde lady, and she's been in a lot of MILF videos.
Lisa Ann.
It may be Lisa Ann.
No, Lisa Ann's a brunette.
But but
I know what you're talking about.
she's almost too
Polished.
yes, too polished and too like she's
Too Hollywood. Too porn.
extremely
Too
into
porn.
working.
Like she doesn't
out.
take care of
Yeah,
herself.
she's
she's got
the
a glam squad.
Are you talking
Yeah,
about
and
the,
she's a
Are you talking about Corey Chase?
Corey Chase? Corey Chase.
Damn, Daniel.
Yeah,
you're
Nice.
a pervert.
I knew
Yeah, you know
Daniel was
what? I'm
pervert.
or
almost,
a frequent shopper. Thank you.
I'm gonna tell you something. I am almost stand-up comedian level pervert. Stand-up comedians are so perverted,
It
and they
doesn't
know
take
all
much.
the porn stars.
Do you
Like,
know, I
like
was engaged to one.
stand-up comedians. They know
Literally,
all the
yeah.
porn stars. Me, I'm right under them. Right under them. I have to work at it.
But she almost.
I don't feel like you're right there though. You're level.
I do research for you, man.
She's like not normal enough looking.
She's
I don't
too
know,
muscly for me.
She's great looking, obviously.
Oh,
She
but
doesn't
it's beautiful.
look like she takes care of kids all day.
She's
yeah,
beautiful,
yeah.
but
Or just,
she's
or
working out
more
a lot.
average.
She's too muscly to be a MILF to me because MILFs are doing like a lot of momming, and that's not sit-ups.
What I'm watching your face about, it's so sweet because you're like average isn't right. It's not average.
yeah.
But what I like the idea between like polished and living in a natural zone.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Right? Because
Well,
I
he's
feel like
also-
that's what that MILF situation is. Like there's a hotness to a woman who has soft lines.
Yeah,
Sure,
no,
sure.
100%.
There's also a to me, like it can go the other direction where you can have a woman that's got some masculine features that are very chiseled,
Ooh.
and they work.
Oh,
You know what
and
I mean?
that's
Like,
milfy.
Yeah, it is.
So look, we've just uncovered again the buckets don't work.
No,
You know?
yeah,
a MILF is a chick with chicks that, or a chick with kids that you find attractive. Apparently.
Yeah,
I feel like I
now,
agree with you,
even
Corey
if they don't
Chase-
have kids, though, we agree that also falls in the MILF bucket.
Corey Chase breaks the illusion. That's what I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
She just
'Cause
happens
you're
to be
in it.
older.
I don't think Joe knows this, but I think secretly, and we could go back a little bit, and you were explaining it. This guy's in it for the fantasy. And when you look at her, like, she's very beautiful, but
Yeah.
you don't go, oh, you're a
It's
mom.
not feeding the MILF thing.
You know who's a
it's
great
not.
MILF? Jocelyn Jane.
This guy's crushing it. I've
I
never
only
been
I
know
was
prouder.
going to
because
say, do
we
you want to
interviewed-
read the statistics? Because I feel like you're part of them.
I've never been prouder. That was well done. He's right, because she's
Jocelyn
got a
Jane.
more natural, less workout
yes,
body.
I saw it exactly, actually.
Yeah,
yeah.
The ass moves when she walks.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. It's got to move. I love
a little,
the move.
little jiggle in the
Yeah,
wiggle.
Maisie calls
Yeah.
that on Andrea. She calls it a flutter. I was like, oh, I like that. Let
Ah,
it flutter,
yeah,
baby.
that's fun.
Yeah.
And then she slaps my ass. And
So
says,
do we
"You
want
have
to
a
know
frog
like how
ass."
like MILF is a thing, like it's a serious, it's not only number 2 searched on Pornhub, it's the number 2 term searched by men, period, and the number 3 for women.
The irony of period.
Well,
Menopause.
well, okay. Let's think about this for a
Okay.
second, because I thought about like why people do like MILFs so much, and it's like I tend to gravitate toward that because it's what your reality is around you, right?
How about it's accessible? It feels accessible.
Yes, and so like
It's not Golden Tower sex.
I thought you were going to take mine.
that-
When you said accessible, I was thinking you were going to say success. That I'm attracted to women that have foundation, meaning they got a job and they can do some stuff and they got some kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They have something to offer.
well, they're also
That's sexy.
they're
Has
older.
my
They're
stuff, can do my own thing.
They're more mature.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And also most men our age, obviously, I would say the 35 to 50,
Sure.
that's the only women we're surrounded by. Think about it. Like I'm at Typhoon Lagoon with for my son's birthday party. All my friends'
We're not
wives
porn
are
stars?
there.
They weren't porn stars?
And they're all
Surrounded by
MILFs.
MILFs. Oh, my God. Yeah.
Although, hold
And
on,
I'm
your pool
fantasizing
party,
about
okay,
it.
your pool party
Is that
though,
too far?
I know the women that are there. They've been in our store. The side chicks were repping.
Oh, you're talking the BDM
And
pool party.
They were so like the MILFs of MILFs. It was literally
That's-
what made me go, we need to talk about this because localized, we are living amongst them.
Yeah, no,
You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
yeah.
The women that are
100%.
wives that have mothers that drive the minivan, and I saw them in bathing suits, and I was like,
Oh, yeah.
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Sure.
So the MILF thing, like you said, that's what we're. But it was exciting to me, and that's why I was like, we need to talk about it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Props to Tracy. Hello. She's
Tracy's
so
a MILF.
good.
We'll give her a shout out. We can say
all
that,
the
right?
things.
I
We're
don't
having
know. I don't know if we can say that. I
So
shouldn't
we're
have
gonna
said
go.
that.
We're gonna
You know, I'm not cutting that
I
out.
said it.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna
owning
cut that
that.
out.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can say you
Yeah.
seconded me.
Tracy
'cause
has boobs out at our party, too, and I almost told her to go put a safety
But
pin on that.
Daniel
What are you
took it
doing?
further.
I guess if you call your friends' wives MILFs, is that like appropriate?
Okay. To
Oh.
both, it is only if you know them. Okay, to both of our wives, because maybe they're weird.
Who are also both MILFs,
They
in
are,
my opinion.
but that would be a compliment to both of them, especially especially Crystal Van. Crystal Van would get a smile from ear to ear.
But
and Andrea would like it too, not as much as Crystal, but Andrea would still like it. Maybe they're old souls. I don't know what it is, but I know they like it.
I think we also just get to a place where we stop. Like it's not like she has to put her opinion in the mix in order to honor yours. It's factual that these are hot women running amongst us, and we in our maturity don't take it so personally. I can be a MILF, and so can she, and so can she.
Yeah, but some people they'll get like, well, you're sexualizing me, and there's no consent here.
Shut it down.
You know,
because in the term you're insinuating what I want to do to you, which
ramps it up.
That's the F word.
And therein lies the difference.
That is what amps it up.
You're saying
it's like I want to bend
which
you
actually brings us to the next, which is
but you can't say that.
Wait, is that better? Maybe we should change it to moms. I'd like to bend over.
Like
what is that acronym?
Well, okay, but you did just bring up a statistic with this whole conversation, which is second to the term MILF is MILF and another word for booty stuff.
Oh,
so they're being looked at in conjunction with one another. Hence proving
I
your
never
point.
Google those together. I go younger with that other thing you're talking about.
Interesting.
When it's an older woman, I do not connect anything around it because more mileage means the road's going to need to build back better and it's got some potholes.
Hold on.
That's just my opinion.
We can help with those things. Come see.
Yeah. Filth.
Wow.
Filth. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, the demographic is exactly what you said. So tips for picking up a MILF, right? Here to help your audience. A couple things you can do if that's a
you go to Lake Mary with my dog. If I went to Lake Mary right now with my dog Dansby, in a matter of seconds, I would be getting full self-driving BJ.
I mean, there is.
I'm just saying. I said what I said.
Puppies,
I said what I said.
The whole giving away the baby thing don't work.
You give a little bit of humor. You have a West Highland Terrier, and one of these old ladies, you get her laughing. You get a couple of mint juleps. Next thing you know, Kentucky Derby.
Juleps. So I'm gonna say we're in a season and a mood because it says that the very first tip is not to call her a MILF. Like, don't bring up the MILF thing. She'll notice the age difference, and when you point it out, it becomes a turnoff.
Oh, I wasn't going to bring it up. I was going to show her my dog and buy her tons of drinks.
Okay.
Tips for dating a MILF, right? So tip number 1, don't call her a MILF. And buying her a mint julep, I feel like, is like,
it was a Kentucky Derby fantasy, Joe. Good God. This is a hard room today.
Hold on, Joe. I'm going to have to disagree with this a little bit.
Oh, no.
Just because.
Stand on your business, Tom. Here we go.
Just because, hey, we all live in reality. You know? You understand what year it is, what year you were born.
Okay, the chat room's clowning me now. They're like, hey, MILF, you want a mint julep with me and my dog? Okay, you mother... I hate you guys.
Like your kid has.
I love you. You
know what I'm saying? Like you can't just say, "How dare you call me a MILF?" Like what?
Yeah, I feel like that wouldn't be the level of response.
It's like
you would just slink it in. Like if we were role playing and I was talking to a woman that I knew is a MILF, right? Yeah. And we were talking.
Not a teen.
Where
are you?
They would normally say something, and I'm I'm a good flirter. You know, I'm very flirty. Got it from my dad. My dad is a king.
It's the Riz.
And he had it more than me. It watered down. I got a little bit, but like I would be talking to her at the bar, and she'd say something like, "Hey, can I buy you a drink? I buy you a mint julep with my dog Kentucky Derby." I'm riding this thing down to the grave. Yeah. I'm like, "Can I buy you a drink at Kentucky Derby party?" And she's like, "Oh, you don't need to do that, young man." Like, let's say she said that, and I'd be like, "Whoa, young man, you're my age. Hey, I'm off to the races."
Oh, that's it.
Subtlety.
So that's what I was going to say, because being called a MILF by someone within your peer-ish group is not a turnoff.
Or you say something like, young, please don't call me that. I do not. I'm this age, and I like mature people, and that's why I came here, to hopefully hang out with some mature people. Boom, I'm already off to the races. I already got a whole thing.
So this rule does not apply to you, clearly, but Tom might.
You know what it is?
There's a lot of rules.
It's because of American Pie and the fantasy of the young man getting with the older woman. So
that would be all the way back to, like, what was that movie with Dustin Hoffman?
It's a
very, very famous movie about The Graduate. Was that what it was? Wasn't that about an older woman and a very young man?
So I could see how someone would take it like you're insinuating this fantasy that you're young and I'm older than you. See what I'm saying? Like that's why it's insulting. But if you could have a MILF fantasy from a person your own age, because they're in the category of MILF because that's their
But I don't
age
want
range.
that. I want older.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
the top tips
so-
about the tips from an older woman are like, don't bring games, don't bring drama, don't pretend like you know more. Like bringing the fantasy is gonna like remove it for her. You know what I'm saying? But if you step in like the repairman or like you can fix my pipes or like my liquids are flowing or whatever weird things that they do, right?
Yeah.
The service guy thing, then you're in like Flynn.
The repairman always stays under the sink.
Yeah,
It's
for
always
too
under- Yeah, he never takes his head out of the sink.
Yeah,
And
it's
then-
a better life in there. Don't take her head out. It's terrible out here.
You're like, oh, you thought this was your wife? Like, you know the difference.
Yeah.
You know it's someone else.
If I peeked, like if I'm laying there and I peeked and I notice it's not my wife, I'm staying there. Just telling you.
Yeah. But you said, like, you're getting more comfortable. You're where the roaches and the goddamn borax.
Oh, where did this all go?
Well, I'm just saying, he never gets out of there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Don't be
sorry,
that
Joe.
guy.
Okay, we'll leave on this. We'll leave on something whimsy. You know, something whimsical. Hottest TV mom.
Ooh.
You got one?
Because of
Mine
my
was-
age, I'm going Suzanne Summers
Oh.
from Step by Step.
That's a good one. I was gonna say Roseanne when she came back. MAGA Roseanne when she came back. Hold on, I'll play for real. Hold on. Hottest TV mom, honestly, would have been around the same time, and this is gonna. Well, no, not around the same time. This might surprise you. The blonde woman I find extremely attractive from Modern Family. The main matriarch.
yeah. Okay.
She's kind of got
She's
muscly
like a Corey
arms.
Chase.
Yeah,
She's like
those
a Corey
muscly-
Chase.
Yeah, so that's where I was going. Was like the
She's
Terminator
very
chick,
hot.
Linda. What's her name?
Linda
with the
Blair.
arm, who had the kid and the.
Beautiful.
Right. Okay. So there we go. So when you're looking for something for your favorite MILF this Mother's Day,
There you go.
Yeah.
be sure to stop by any one of our locations. We love being with you guys. And cheers to all the MILFs in the room.
You guys are the best. Lingerie, pajamas, whimsical, fun. I'm using whimsical too much. Fun gifts for
Novelties.
parties, novelties.
Yeah. Smut books.
Yeah, roast and toast mugs.
Yeah. Bath and body care.
Cards that are better than any drugstore. You need some spicier cards.
So good.
Lingerie.
Yeah,
Yes,
there
yeah.
are so many
Shoes.
new festivals popping up lately and apparently y'all are going to have to add more cowboy hats and boots because
All
there's
the
like
things.
25 more country fests out there now.
They're
And-
coming. Our Sanford store is plugged with them right now.
Nice.
Yeah, if you're looking for them, come to Sanford for sure.
Yeah, get those costumes now, guys. You don't want to be like waiting to the to the last minute before you get your festival wear.
Or your summertime wear. We've got all the bathing suits too. So,
Yep, there you
guys,
go.
we appreciate you. Thank
No
you.
problem.
We love you, Joe.
All the information at fairvilla.com, and we'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Yay.
Awesome.
Perfect. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Hey, that was fun. And I did like not wearing the cans actually.
Well, you did a
It's
great
more
job.
in the room. Thank you.
Let me save
right.
this.
So yeah, Sanford Sit Down is actually live at the Sullivan. He's doing it.
Oh, that's
again.
cool. It's really good.
He's doing it once a month. Mike Smith is going to be out there.
Okay.
There's going to be some Sanford politicking. We're doing lifestyle and wellness, and actually the dating column, so the awkward dating
Oh,
stories.
yeah.
So it's open forum, but it's at the Sullivan on the 15th at 4.
Okay.
So if you guys want to pop in, have a drink.
Where'd that one go to? Sorry.
Sorry.
That's Wednesday, too.
Thank
Yeah, that'll go out tomorrow. Joe,
Thank
thank
you.
you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah, and good luck with the show. It's really well done.
Thank you. Well, I mean, that's all Wayne. I just, happen to be the hoe on the show.
That's just me too. See ya. Let's see. Wednesday. Fuck. Let's go. Wednesday, that'd be 5, 7:25. All right, raw audio. Create ACT Wednesday 2 raw 5. Okay.